right, Woodrow. You see, he brought his lighter.
Oh.
Are you really going to do this?
No.
Are you really going to do? You're going to burn your hand and this whole building down.
I don't know where the jersey's burning.
It might not be. It might be inflammable.
It's flame retardant. You know what that is?
I'm sorry. What did you say about Lawson?
That's
the jerseys.
flame retardant.
Okay. I'm sorry. I
Careful.
It's
it's a word that a lot of people are very sensitive about these days.
I just talked about flame retardant.
No. That's hookah pipe safe.
It's not lighting.
Oh well.
It's
that's
singeing though.
Maybe that's a good thing. Wood.
It's melting like the Wicked Witch of the West.
I can smell it burning.
All right, your take on the trade. Did you think the Nuggets could get equal value, and if not, were you okay with what they did get?
The only person that comes out of this any good is him. I mean,
that's correct. I agree with you entirely.
I think we talked the other day. And you wouldn't go to that extent, but he was trying to get himself out of town. He was trying to push the envelope as far as it would go. He wasn't trying to get arrested for drunk driving, but a lot of his other stuff was, I want out of here. He wanted to, remember when he wanted to go to Dallas? He said,
he answered somebody on Twitter.
And when he said, I'm going to be in Sacramento, he was trying everything in the world to get out of here. Well, he succeeded. Now, Ty, I put it on you. You want it out of here? Let's see what you do when you go to Houston.
He's also going to the team that he wanted to go to because the Lakers made a viable trade offer as well for Ty Lawson, and the Nuggets went with the Houston trade. And the reason he wanted to go to Houston, obvious. Houston is a playoff team. The Lakers are not a playoff team, and once Kobe retires, might be even worse. So you're right. Ty Lawson is getting what he wanted on a lot of levels.
And I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. You're just gone. In regard to going to Houston, he puts him in the mix in the Western Conference and being one of the top 4 or 5 teams. If he plays the way he's capable of, if he's not in jail, if he's not suspended for half the season, if indeed he actually wants to play basketball again and not just sit around and collect his money. But I would just make 2 other points to you guys. He's going to a club that's looking for and lacking leadership, and they're not getting a leader out of him. And as you pointed out, they took him out to Peyton Manning. And the other thing is, if they're looking for more defense, they didn't find it here either. So he fits in with a team that doesn't play good defense. He fits in with a team that is lacking leadership, will continue to, but they are one of the best teams in the Western Conference.
Okay, I agree with you wholeheartedly on the Houston Rockets don't play much defense. But I do respectfully disagree with this idea. That's James Harden's team, and that is very good for Ty Lawson.
Absolutely.
Because I believe, well, I don't even have to believe. The stats tell you that however Ty Lawson has messed up over 5 or 6 years, he's been, at the very least, a solid point guard in this league.
Agreed.
So his performance on the court has seldom severely suffered from whatever's going on in his life, and now he doesn't have to lead a team.
Well,
that's
except
James Harden.
Now he's the 4th or 5th guy on that team.
I'm tired of hearing he's one of the best guys. We went through the list. He was 12th or 13th, so he was middle of the rung. He's a Kyle Orton kind of quarterback where he's the middle of the guy. I know he had 9 assists
I'd
last
say he's
year.
a little better than that.
He's at least a Jay Cutler type of quarterback.
He had good stats on a team that pace, so he'll split time with Beverly. He won't be happy about that. But I got to go beyond that. That you say, well, he did it all. He's so inconsistent. You know as well as I do, and you guys go to games all the time. He'd go 3 points in a game. The next game he'd score 20. And the next game he's got 2 assists. And then he's got 10 assists. He is one of the most inconsistent players that I've had the pleasure or pleasure.
The year and a half under Brian Shaw were tough. He did not want to play for Brian Shaw.
He was emblematic in my mind of everything that went wrong with this team. He lost hope. He lost direction. And
well, does that make you go out and pee on people's front yards? Does it make you go out and drive drunk all the time, or on two
he has other issues, obviously.
Okay, well, did
go to a charity event?
Did he act unprofessionally? Yes, he did. But has this franchise been the prime example of how to run or play or manage a professional franchise? No, it hasn't been. And like I said, he has been emblematic in that regard. It's good that he's gone, but I agree with the first thing you said. The real winner here is Ty Lawson. He's got a second chance, and he's got a second chance with a good basketball team. And if he goes through, keeps his nose clean, stays clean and sober, and can get back on the court without disciplinary action, Ty Lawson will be in the playoffs next year, and the Nuggets won't be.
That segment sponsored by John Elway Chevrolet, Colorado's #1 Chevy dealer.